Hey everybody, it's Maria, and I just wanted to come on because, I'm super excited to talk with you guys today about one of my absolute favorite things in the whole wide world, and that is Touch Free. It's a curriculum guide to maintaining sexual abstinence. It is my very first book, and I'm super proud of it. I'm super excited at the great things that God is doing with it. And, in the book, it has a touch-free curriculum that God gave me. It has touch-free prayers, a touch-free declaration in order to build confidence and self-esteem. There's different declarations in there. And then there's commitment contracts. There's virginity contracts for virgins, different things, practical things that you can do in order to maintain your abstinence until marriage. And then there's also abstinence contracts for those who've already had sex but want to, have a new start and a fresh start, new beginning. And so I'm super excited about the book, and it's actually a series. It comes with a workbook, a dream book, a journal, and a diary. And there's some more things to come, but I'm just super excited about the great things that God is doing. And not only, am I excited about those things, but most importantly, personally for me, what I'm excited about is the fact that my testimony is in this book. My testimony is in this book, and I talk about a lot of different things about how, when I was in college, I didn't know who I was. I did not know my identity in Christ. I didn't know that I was going to be who I am today. I didn't know I didn't know I had a future. And so because I didn't really know that I had a future, that I was going to be, someone that had integrity, someone that had character, a woman of God, a woman of faith. I didn't know that I was going to be an author. I didn't know that I was going to be a mother and a wife. All I knew at that current time was what was going on right then and right there. And, only thing I knew was that I was in college, and guess what? I wanted to be popular. I wanted to be like everybody else. I wanted to fit in with the crowd, and so I didn't really try to stand out. See, that's the thing about it, you guys, a little nugget right here. If you want to stand out, stop trying to fit in. But I didn't want to stand out. I wanted to fit in at that particular time. I didn't embrace my difference, and so I was trying to fit in, and guess what? I was having sex like everybody else before marriage. And I always say that, when you're out here and you're just fornicating and you're just living what I call a wild lifestyle, with no real concern. See, some people think, well, we use protection, but guess what? Protection is not enough because it's not 100% effective or efficient. You still can get pregnant, you still can get STDs, and so I was in college, and I was having sex before marriage. And, one of the things that I experienced was pregnancy scares. You know what I'm saying? I know what it's like to be on the aisle at the store buying up all of the pregnancy tests. And now the cashier looking at you, and you have the audacity to be shamefaced because now somebody knows what you've been doing. And I know what it's like, what I'm saying, to be embarrassed, to feel alone, to feel like you're going through something, but you have no one to share it with. And really, that's not true. It's just that oftentimes we isolate ourselves. And so when I was in college, there was this guy that I met, and, I thought he was a nice guy. And again, I thank God for my husband because he is man enough to allow me to share my testimony with all of you guys. And so, I met this guy when I was in college, and, we was in a relationship. I'm going to put little quotations around that. But guess what, y'all? He gave me chlamydia. That's right, me. He gave me a sexually transmitted disease. Yes, I was cured from it. I went to the doctor and they gave me a prescription. But I lived with that thing for 4 whole weeks, for 4 complete weeks. When I say complete weeks, I'm telling you, every day I lived with it. I experienced, severe itching, burning, abdominal pain. I went through this for 4 weeks, and at first I didn't know what it was. At first, I thought, that it was a yeast infection, or, I didn't know what it was. All I knew was something was not right. I can remember, just feeling like I cannot take this. I don't know what's going on, and that's where Touch Free came from. Okay, this is where Touch Free came from. It came from, the fact that I didn't want anybody else to go through the things that I went through. I don't want nobody, what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we all experience different things. Like, I'm trying to find out what our true identity is. We go through having a lack of confidence, a low self-esteem. But the thing about it is that sometimes during those phases of our lives, we make awful decisions that, can really affect the rest of our lives. It can affect us permanently. I thank God that it wasn't anything, further. It could have been worse, you guys. But I really felt led to come on here and share my testimony, because it's so important that, you realize that you don't have to go through these things. I understand that everybody makes up their own mind and they makes their own decisions. But if my testimony can help somebody to just rethink your decisions, rethink it. You know what I'm saying? Sex is great until you start leaking guacamole. I'm going to say it again. Sex is great until you start leaking guacamole. You guys, it's really time out for just being out here, sleep. If you still having one night stands, please do not play Russian roulette with your life. You're too important. You're too significant. You know what I'm saying? You have too much to contribute to this world and to humanity than to just go out there and play games with your life. So, something was wrong, y'all. Something was wrong. So I ended up going to the doctor, and, the doctor looked me straight in the face and said, "Ma'am, you have chlamydia." And I was like, wow, and thank God that I was able to receive the prescription, and, I was able to be healed and delivered, and set free, from that thing. And, it's amazing because, one of the long-term symptoms of having something like that in your body is that you won't be able to have children anymore. It affects your reproductive organs. But, I thank God today that I'm able to say that, yes, I am a mother. Yes, I am a wife. God did send me a man that, truly loves me, that pushes me in the things of God, that celebrates me, when I have successes, that encourages me and pushes me when I have challenges. And, I'm the better because of it. But you guys, I thank God for my testimony. I'm not embarrassed, and I'm not ashamed of my testimony. I'm not ashamed of my testimony because, that's my truth. Those are the things that, I went through, and yes, like I said, I was cured from it. Yes, I no longer have it, but I still felt led to share it with somebody today. And that's what Touch Free came out of. Because of the fact that, I went through those things, and God was able all these years later to give me something to be able to help other people, that dealt with the same thing that I did. So Touch Free is not just for women, but Touch Free is for men. It is for women. It is for young girls. It is for young men. It is for, it's for everybody that is. And don't tell me, you can't, I want you guys to be honest. You're dealing with this thing. If you are not married, don't tell me that you're not dealing with desires of wanting to have sex before marriage, because I know that you are. And the thing about it is, it's natural. No one is condemning you because you desire to have sex. It's natural, okay? The only thing is what you do with that feeling. What are you doing with that feeling? You know what I'm saying? Because you can actually channel that energy into productivity, and it can work for you. but it also can work against you and cause you to do something that is not good. When we step outside of the will of God for our lives, it is not good. And we know that, it's better to wait. God tells us to wait, to flee from fornication, that we are to present our bodies as living sacrifices, holy and acceptable unto the Lord. And so, I'm not just coming on here and telling you guys to keep your legs closed, because I know it's more complex than that, especially if you already had sex before marriage. And so that's why I believe that God gave me the Touch Free series, because he loves you guys so much. Those that are unmarried, he loves you guys so much. You know what I'm saying? And it's not just young people, but it's you. Maybe you're divorced, maybe you're widowed, maybe you've been widowed, maybe you're separated, and maybe you're single. But Touch Free is for you. If you're 25, if you are 95, it's for you. And I want you guys to know that, yes, I found out that was what was going on with me. Yes, I was healed from it. What is the point of all this, Maria? I want you guys to know that you do not have to go through the things that I went through. I know what it's like. I'm that girl, you guys. I'm that girl that was on the Vagisil aisle buying up all the Vagisil because of the intense itching and burning. I'm that girl that the doctor looked square in the face and said, ma'am, you have chlamydia. And I'm that same girl that all these years later am able to say that you do not have to go through those things. You don't have to go through those things. I know about college. Come on, y'all. I know about college. I know about college. I know the pressure that comes with it. I know about the parties. Come on. I know about the peer pressure. I know about the Greek step shows. I know about the party, and I know about the after party. And I want you guys to know that you don't have to party like that. You can have fun. You can have clean fun. You can have fun without smoking, without drinking, without having sex. It's so important that, you wake up and realize that you were created for so much more than just to use your sexuality and your body in a way that is offensive and to you and to Christ. So I want you guys to know that I love you. Touch Free is here for you. It's available right now at www.mariabyrd.org. And you guys, I want you to know that you do not have to have sex before marriage. I know that it may be hard at times, but Touch Free, my new book, my new series, Touch Free is here just for you. I love you guys.